Nothing going on here. There's nothing going on here. No reason for concern. Just regular normal day. Been waiting for this moment. It's Jake. Yeah, this is the moment I've been waiting for. I was able to make my way over to the listening party for this album, so this will not be, I guess you could say, a first listen to this project, but maybe a first conscious listen, because even at the listening party, it was a little hard to pick up on everything here. So let's get it. I also forgive me for saying this now if I haven't said it early enough. I will be trying to pause a decent amount during this stream. So if you just want an uninterrupted first listen, may not be the place to get it here. I'm going to try my best to be very constructive here, or at least add some kind of insight. So I'm gonna take a second to pause it right there. In the spirit of saying bumping that, I do really like the bouncy beat to this, or the bouncy instrumental that takes place here. And just in the beginning, she's kind of describing, her status as an icon, I guess you could say, with the whole lines, when you're in the mirror, you're just looking at me. When you're looking in the mirror, what do you see? But we're gonna get into my favorite line coming up soon here, so let's keep it rolling. So yeah, that's my favorite line on this song by far. It very much sets a tone for this project. It's simple. If you love it, if you hate it, she don't give a fuck. This is her music. She's making it for her, putting it out there. If you like it, stick around. If you don't, get the hell out of here. Easy peasy, simple as that. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, 360. When you're in the mirror, do you know what you see? When you're in the mirror, you're just looking at me. I'm everywhere. I'm so Julia. I don't think I really need these for this. 666 with the princess streak. I'm everywhere, I'm so Julia. Yeah, great track for setting a tone. I really don't have any complaints here. I'm really glad this wasn't like the first single that dropped, because honestly, it kind of took a couple of the singles coming out to really work the album on me a little bit. 7's a fair score. I ain't mad at that. I'm definitely going to go a little higher. If you are unfamiliar, I am a Charli XCX apologist, so everything here is it's going to be up there for me. I won't spoil the surprise though, because review video possibly coming in the near future. But yeah, I really like this song. It sets a good tone for the album, and not much more than that. And then the next song we got Club Classics, which is another single release.
Right now. It's like when I go to the club, I wanna hear this club classics.
I have to say it, when this single dropped, I was not that warm on it. I was much more preferential to the second track back to back, but this one has warmed up on me over time. I get the vision.
Club classics,
oh no, my snacks are here.
When I go to the club, I wanna hear those club classics. Club classics. Yeah, I wanna dance with me. I wanna dance to AG. I wanna dance with George. I wanna dance to Sophie. I wanna dance to Hub Mo. Play the track fast, not slow. Pull it back twice, let's go. Sweat marks all on my coat. Tight like my kind of flow. Yeah, I wanna be blinded by the lights.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pause it right there. We're getting a bunch of name drops in a row. If you didn't pick up on them earlier, you got A.G. Cook, you got George, which is drummer of 1975, Sophie, Hud Mo. Hey. I think my favorite little element there is the way that the synth kind of wiggles back and forth between your ears. Like it's being squeezed back and forth.
When I go to the club.
Sophie would be proud of this instrumental for sure. Sophie would be very proud. Yeah, very much like you get those echoey screeches in the background. Sound of like reverberating off concrete. Very much like UK club scene. Nailed the landing on it, you know? So I hate to pause, I'm even going to run it back. I ran it back a couple seconds because when I heard this in the listening party, that instrumental, I don't know what was going on with their speaker system, but it damn near just was not ready for it. It sounds a lot better in headphones where I think it was meant to go for, or at least on speakers that aren't blown out. I was worried. Yeah, I didn't pick up on those lyrics while I was at the store. God damn, that's a little dark. That kind of throws me back to the closing track of Crash. I will say I like it for the vulnerability portrayed, though. Barry. This thing is much more vulnerable than I think people were expecting. The highs are definitely one of my favorite elements in that chorus. Generally, though, I will say I'm going to be a little bit more hold-offish on like giving things 10s here because I want to let the album kind of sink in, but that might have a strong running for me to be up there. I definitely love that song. I like what she's doing with her vocal tweaks. I like the instrumental, and the depressing lyrics kind of catch you off guard, but I think that's one of my favorite territories Charli can kind of get into, is just going over the top when it comes to being just like super open and honest with how she's feeling. So yeah, I like what that song is doing. So this is a song I might say something stupid that I've seen a lot of people not really vibing with. So let's see how this one goes.
I might say something stupid.
Okay.
Talk to myself in the mirror. Wear these clothes as disguise. Just to re-enter the party, door is open, let in but still outside. I look perfect for...
That doesn't surprise me, CNR. I definitely see the instrumental being kind of right up your territory with its kind of just sparse and open nature to it. I don't hate it. I like these more slower ballads that Charli gets into her bag with. It's just, I want to see where it goes from here because it is pretty short.
So cold, I'll go so cold, 'cause I don't know if I belong here anymore.
Again, really with those depressing lyrics again, though, I don't know if I belong here.
Like nothing special.
I don't feel like anything special.
Snag my tights out on the lawn chair. If I go so cold, I go so cold, and I don't know if I belong here anymore.
You know what? I get, I think, some of the general dislike for that track. I'm not entirely too mad about it. Yeah, honestly, I was gonna say initially like that it's kind of a stronger one so far for me. I think maybe people are just expecting more out of it, but given the length of this album, I think you're really supposed to run that one back a couple times and let it sink in. I have no complaints there. So far, the vulnerable cuts are kind of taking a front runner to some of these more club inspired tracks, which doesn't surprise me given my style of Charli that I like.
I've been looking at you.
Now this though, we're right back in club territory. I remember this one.
We've been talking for months, and I'm just wondering what they know. I wish you'd talk, wish you'd talk, wish you'd talk, wish you'd just talk to me. I wish you'd talk, wish you'd talk, wish you'd talk, wish you'd just talk to me. I think you're getting closer, 'cause I've been getting nervous.
I'm gonna get a bit out of pocket here and talk from absolutely zero experience, but this is a cute little lovey club banger. Exactly, you hit right on the territory. It's capturing that feeling of, you know, you're on the dance floor, you look across the dance floor, you lock eyes with somebody, and now you're like, hey, come over, hit me up, what's going on? Why do I know that? I don't fucking know, but that's what I'm getting from this song.
Are you thinking about me? I'm kinda thinking you are. I followed you.
I like that kind of deeper key, that really watery one that's just kind of underwater there.
I'm feeling like I'm on fire, 'cause we've been keeping this a secret. I think you're getting closer.
I'm gonna have to pick that one up again. I'm gonna write a note about what you just said. I definitely got a little too lost in the sauce there in the pickup, but I see that note or the little comment you have about the pitch bend, which is, again, one of my favorite things Charli does too, is just play with her vocals as like an instrument almost. So I'm gonna see if I pick that up on the second listen around. Well, I think I just missed it, literally, as I read.
Talk to me in French, talk to me in Spanish, talk to me in your own made-up language. Doesn't matter if I understand it. Talk right in my ear.
Hell yeah, Charli, representing for all the gibberish speakers. I'm finally glad that someone is representing there for me. Me and all my buddies can talk a language that doesn't exist, and the worst part is we actually understand each other when we speak it. So you know what? I'm glad I finally have some representation here.
Your secrets and fears. Once you talk to me, I'll talk to you and say, hey, let's get out of here. Shall we go back to my place?
That song was great. That song was actually great. Yeah, I'm feeling same as you, dude. Stone Cold 9. I think I might, favor Sympathy as a Knife a little bit more, but who knows what re-listens will do to me. That's just a fun song. Very, very fun song. Reminds me kind of some of her previous dancey tracks. Nice. Von Dutch is one coming up next here that when the single dropped, this one has had some major growth with me. I was kind of caught off guard when it dropped, especially following up In the City, which had me kind of going, huh? But this one's warmed up on me a lot. I like the bitchy attitude in it. You're just jealous. If I remember correctly, there's a lot of talk on diss tracks being on this album, and Charli was very quick to say, no, there are no diss tracks except maybe possibly Von Dutch, and a lot of people have been theorizing that is a diss track on herself. I don't know if I quite see it, but maybe it'll click with me on this listen. True. Facts. I mean, I don't know where I really have a good spot to pause it, but I like how in this chorus, it starts out with that super deep sub bass, and then it brings in the high synth. I like that it just doesn't come in all at once, so there's a little bit of progression to it. I kind of get, though, what you're saying with the weirded out nature. I mean, it does really it almost kind of feels like motion sickness a little bit in the song. I love it though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I fuck with the vision, CNR. Respectable. A Big 10 for the Von Dutchski. Yeah, I mean, it could very well get into that territory with me, too. I mean, realistically, right now, I could just give this album a 10 out of 10. But I want to see how it grows with a little bit of time. But I could see this one sticking around in that territory, especially in a live setting. I think this is a song that is only going to become more appreciated performed live. And I'm so excited to witness it myself. But that's enough gloating. Yeah, you know what? I'll pause it there just to comment on that because I like what you say there. The fitting of the voice, especially with those like super high synths kind of wailing back and forth, and then she's just cutting through with that "I'm your number one, I'm your number one." It's great. Sick beat. I'm loving it. I did spoil the surprise a little bit by going to a listening party. However, I think it still holds up even after the listening party. I'm not going to sit here and say this is her best record of all time. Oh my God, oh my God. That's going to be a preference thing, but I think it is in the running. If this is like your cup of tea, I think this could be your favorite Charli record, and I wouldn't honestly fight you on it. Nothing here is horrible. Like nothing here just sounds like a waste of time or anything. I like that. The stating of it becoming a runway. That's sick. I like that take. I love that.
Bad tattoos on leather tan skin. Jesus Christ on a plastic sign. Fall in love again and again. Riding roads through manual drive.
Damn right they did.
Tattoos on leather tan skin. Jesus
it's a
Christ
battlefield over
sign.
there. The zeros and the 100s are coming out to play.
Capri in the distance, white sheets with lace curtains.
I like the string intro though of this song.
Bad tattoos on leather tan skin. Jesus Christ on a plastic sign. Fall in love again and again. Winding roads through manual drive. Bad tattoos on leather tan skin.
This is almost like drill.
Fall in love again and again. Winding roads through manual drive.
Like island drill.
Capri in the distance, in a place that can make you change. Fall in love again and again.
That took us right back to the club.
Romantic.
You know what? I kind of like that vibe because, you know, the drill kind of feeling gives you the feeling of being, you know, outside the club as you know, waiting to get in. But then now we're in the club. We're actually inside, and it's the bass has came back around to thump your head in. If you are here for lyrics, this song probably is not for you. That being said, they set a good scene. She's painting a picture and I can see it. What is that giving me? I really like that vocal effect there, like the super robotic vocals, and I've heard it millions of places before. It's just giving me something. I don't want to say Daft Punk because I don't think that's... No, maybe that's not it. I think I'm going to have to sit on that one and ponder what that is selling me on. I think CNR hit it on the money. It's kind of a cool outro. kind of like the little extended outro, just kind of a little bit of the sounds bouncing around in some echo chamber for a bit and her just kind of giving you some backing vocals. Just, it's better than a hard stop. But yeah, I like that song. I don't know if it's one of my favorites yet. It might take some more time to warm up on me, but I certainly do like it. Again, nothing here is a skip yet. All in great territory. I'm really more curious to see where this is going to fit for me in the rest of her discography, because in the near future I will be redoing my ranking the Charli XCX songs, because I did not include singles and that video is terrible. I can do so much better. But next track is Rewind. We're gonna rewind it.
Sometimes
Got me over here blushing.
Sometimes I just wanna rewind. I'd go back in time to when I wasn't insecure, to when I didn't overanalyze my face shape. Nowadays I only eat at the good restaurants, but honestly I'm always thinking about my weight. I used to never feel embarrassed.
Okay, I was like a little lost there lyrically. I was like, okay, we're eating at restaurants. Like, she was kind of just talking a lot of nonsense, but then she just hit again right with the like deep and personal bar and made me feel like the asshole. So I gotta stop with these prejudgments.
Feel embarrassed when I call out the paparazzi. Everyone else does it constantly. I hate these doubts that keep running through my mind. Sometimes I really think it would be cool to rewind. Sometimes I just wanna rewind. Sometimes I just wanna rewind. Used to burn CDs.
I like those rewind
full of songs I
effects.
didn't know. Used
No
to
pun
sit
intended.
in my bedroom putting polish on my toes. Recently I've been thinking about a way simpler time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stop it again here. I'm getting a little bit caught off guard by these, like, the parallel of just putting these very, very simplistic lyrics and then just transitioning into, like, going into some deep personal territory. And I ain't gonna sit here and pretend I can, like, relate with the whole Billboard, like, topic being brought up. But I mean, it is personal, and it's a nice, like, a reveal into her psyche at the moment. I'll answer after this song for you. That was pretty sick. There was a little bit of vocal chop she was doing there that kind of reminded me of How I'm Feeling Now, a previous project, on the song Detonate.
Sometimes I just wanna rewind, wanna turn back time to a different time. Oh, some press rewind.
Press
Yeah.
rewind.
Yeah, press rewind.
Press it. Do it.
Yeah,
Press it.
bring the
Do it.
back.
Bring it back.
Press rewind.
Press it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, press
it.
rewind.
Sick. Yeah, I love it. 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 At this point, the ranking kind of system I have is kind of getting all muddy, but next song is going to take an interesting shift. Honestly, maybe it's fitting after the little just rant I went on, but the next song is So I, which, if you are not aware, is a dedication to the late artist Sophie.
Always on my mind, every day, every night. Your star burns so bright. Why did I put you away? I was scared sometimes. You had a power like a lightning strike. When I'm on stage, sometimes I lie. Say that I love singing these songs you left behind. And I know you always said it's okay to cry.
There it
So
is.
I know I can cry, so I cry. Wish I
So there's the line that just, on my first listen, I had seen the live upload of this song, which was at it was a music awards from this year. And just when she dropped the "It's okay to cry" line, I was like, oof, God. But it, who else would it be? Who else would it be to make a truly heartbreaking dedication piece to the late Sophie. I mean, absolutely incredible artist, truly influential, and it only makes sense that basically one of her best friends would make such a hitting piece. But let's get back into it.
Try to pull you closer. You pushed me hard, made me focus. Your words brutal, loving, truthful. I was petrified. You're a hero and a human. Track was done. I'd make excuses. You would say, "Come on, stay for dinner." I'd say, "No, I'm fine." Now I really wish I stayed. Always on my mind. Every day, every night. Your star burns so bright. Why did I put you away? I was scared sometimes. You had a power like a lightning strike.
Wanted to stop and say I really love the vocals on this song, how when she's delivering a line in the verse, you get those backing vocals that are just kind of like the thought in your head. It's a nice little parallel.
When I'm on stage, sometimes I lie. Say that I love singing these songs you left behind. And I know your answer. It's so
I hate to pause again, but that line there about, you know, lying while being on stage, saying you love singing those songs. If you know anything about Taxi, she loves having people want to hear that song, but at the same time, imagine how heartbreaking that is when an unfinished song that really wasn't meant to see the light of day, at least yet, you're being asked repeatedly, please, please, please give us this. But like the person who's there, who worked on it with you, isn't there to share the moment. Oh, that's gotta suck.
okay to cry.
This one's giving me goosebumps.
I can cry, so I
And I've heard it before.
cry. Guilty feelings keep me fractured. Got a phone call after Christmas. Didn't know how I should act. I watched you dance online. Your sounds, your words live on endless. When I make songs, I remember things you'd suggest. Make it faster. Would you like this one? Maybe just a little bit. Always on my mind. Every day, every night. Your star burns so bright. When did I put you away? I was scared sometimes. You had a power like a lightning strike. When I'm on stage, sometimes I lie. Say that I love singing these songs you left behind. It's okay to cry. Don't know I can cry, so I cry.
Emotion is cutting through like a knife right now. Even just in these auto-tuned belts. A song that before even starting this album, I already knew what I was going to give it. Again, this is about as close to perfection as you can get in such a painful territory. It's a 10. It's an absolute 10. No debating in that. That's not going to change. Repeat lessons aren't going to change anything about that. I'm happy this song exists. That's where I'm at with this. It's okay, CNR. You can be controversial. You don't have to be scared here. Oh, yes. Pick the energy back up, Charlie. I'm glad you were able to stop by. And if you come back, we'll welcome you with open arms. Oh, yeah. Oh, lovely, lovely. I remember this song from the party. Sometimes it feels a bit awkward because we don't have much in common. It's so confusing sometimes to be a girl. The chorus is picking it back up for me. It's so confusing sometimes to be a girl. I understand that sentiment. It could be a bit jarring, being such a heavy topic over fun production. You're all about writing poems, but I'm So yeah, I'll stop it there. I'm gonna say the verses at the party, I was kind of lost on them too. I don't know if they're necessarily for me, what production and vocal side, but the chorus does pick it up quite a bit. At least makes it a little bit more bouncy and dancey, but something about that kind of just vibratey synth in the background, and the verse is just, it ain't mixing for me. I hope with repeat listens that changes.
Just you and me, 'cause people say we're alike. They say we've got the same hair. One day we might make some music. The internet would go crazy, but it's so confusing sometimes to be a girl. It's so confusing sometimes to be a girl. How do you feel being a girl? How do you feel being a girl? And I don't know, I'm just a girl.
Certainly not a bad track, but I think some of my feelings still stand with the second run of the verse. Maybe it will warm up on me, but just something about the way that verse is coming together isn't for me. Chorus is nice though. It's pretty. I'll take one, you know. If there's one that's a little bit mid for me, I ain't gonna complain. But there you go. Exactly. Good song. That's all we have to say. We just give a good song. It's fucking late at night, you know. I'm definitely feeling that way, but I had to squeeze this one in. Next song is Apple, which I don't know if it's necessarily like a reference to A.G. Cook's project Apple, but I mean, granted that he is all over this album, I wouldn't be surprised.
I can see you don't fall far from the tree, 'cause I've been looking at you so long now, I only see me. I wanna throw the apple into the sky. Feels like you never understand me, so I just wanna drive to the airport, the airport, the airport. I guess the apple could turn yellow or green. I know there's lots of different nuances to you and to me. I wanna grow the apple, keep all the seeds, but I can't help it, get so angry you don't listen and leave to the
I'm vibing. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna drive all night.
I'm a sucker for that right there. Just like the breath on the song there, I'm a sucker for that. It adds a nice little flair to it. But I like the revolving kind of, I don't know if it's a drum or a synth in the background. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna save that note.
I'm gonna drive all night. I'm gonna drive all night. I think the apple's rotten right to the core from all the things we've done, from all
There's some really nice backing vocals in there.
I spent the apple down symmetrical lines. And what I find is kinda scary, makes me just wanna drive.
Wow. Nice chops too. Go, 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 go.
Where you go when you're feeling alone, when you're feeling alone, yeah. I wanna know where you go when you're feeling alone, when you're feeling.
There's almost a nice little retro vibe to this song too. That's honestly perfect because we got 30 seconds left, but there's a nice time to punch this in. This album, as it's been coming out, has had a lot of remix tracks released for it, and I think the going fan theory right now is that the album will get basically a remix redux, as like some form of deluxe or something like that. Which, if what you're saying is 100% true, which I trust your judgment here, that's perfect. 130 BPM, you can mix them into other songs. It's perfect for the club sitting, perfect for DJs. I mean, shit, that was definitely intentional. and Sick Beat's back. Let's get it. You're just in time for one of the best tracks, even though it was already released. Next track is Back to Back, which was released prior to this album dropping. And it's, I think, my favorite lead single.
A certified hood classic.
I get at least one. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Sick Beat. Not worry. It breaks up the monotony. This feels like a plane liftoff to me. And you know what? I hate to pause it, but you mentioned a runway earlier, CNR, with Von Dutch. If Von Dutch was setting up the runway, this song is freaking liftoff. We are going to the skies. Favorite line on the song by far. I love it. Took a long time of breaking myself down, building myself up, repeat again. That's all you can do. That is all you can do. So yeah, given the themes of this project, you know, kind of balancing these high energy club instrumentals over very deeply personal and sometimes a punch to the gut lyrics, I think this song really encapsulates that all pretty beautifully. You know, echoing that sentiment of the cycle you repeat in the chorus. Great song. It's a 10. It's a 10. It's been a 10. It ain't going anywhere. It ain't going anywhere. It's a 10, baby. Next song is Mean Girls. Lots of songs based off Mean Girls. Let's see if this one follows the trend. It's, at the end of the day, the club is her home. It's where she was raised. It's just she went on her journey and now she's returning home. It's perfect fit.
Yeah, it's
I agree.
2 a.m. and she's out there in a sheer white dress, wearing last night's makeup, all coquettish in the pictures with the flash on. Worships Lana Del Rey in her AirPods. Yeah, she's in her mid-20s.
That is not a diss, by the way. A lot of people were ready to jump on that for being a diss. It's not a diss.
You say she's anorexic and you heard she likes some people say it. Think you already know it, but you don't. This one's for all my mean girls. This one's for all my bad girls.
This kind of gives me 2010s.
This one's for all my break your boyfriend's heart girls.
I could see this being on the radio in like 2012.
This one's for all my mean girls. This one's for all my bad girls.
You You hear those strings in the background? That I did not pick up on that at the listening party. I want to hear that again. Those are the very Eastern sounds.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m.
Was it keys the whole time? I thought I was hearing strings, but now I can't tell if it was strings or keys.
and she's out there.
That's what the repeats are for.
Sharp tongue stuck to skinny cigarettes, calls him daddy while she's fingering a gold cross. And she's kind of fucked up, but she's still in vogue. Yeah, she's in her mid-20s, real intelligent. And you hate the fact she's New York City's darling. You say she's problematic.
Hey.
You say it's so fanatic, think she already knows that you're
Omar
obsessed.
slides in with the clutch comment. Oh, that piano's pretty dope. It's got a little bit of like a jazzy kick to it. Come on, man, where do you get that anywhere else? You get jazzy pianos over a club track? How about bitchy mean girls?
This one's for all my mean girls. This one's
Oh,
for all
we're gonna be. We're almost there.
This one's for all my break up boys, this one's
Bumping that, bumping that.
for all my tennis shit partners. This one's for all my mean
I'll savor the surprise for the people who haven't gotten there already. But I was so happy when I finally heard 365 for the first time.
for all my tennis shit partners. This one's for all my mean girls. This one's for all my bad girls. This one's for all my break up boys, this one's for all my tennis shit partners. This one's for all my mean girls. This one's for all my bad girls. This one's for all my break up boys, this one's for all my tennis shit
Oh my god! I think that gives me confirmation. What I thought were strings earlier was probably actually a piano. Just played around with some of the effects on it and everything. However, just that jazzy influence on the pianos themselves, like, what is going on here? This is a club song. You're throwing that in there? Okay, I'm not gonna complain. Great song, great song. I think that might be up in my like top 5 so far. Next song is I Think About It All the Time. I be thinking about Pokemon cards all the time. It's a problem. Truly problematic behavior.
I think about it all the time, that I might run out of time. But I finally met my baby, and the baby might be mine. Cause maybe one day I might, if I don't run out of time. Would it give my life a new purpose? I was walking around in Stockholm, seriously thinking about my future for the first time. It was ice cold, playing demos on my iPhone. I went to my friend's place and I met their baby for the
Charli is reflecting on, you know, her life, how much time has gone by, whether she'll find the one, and she was reflecting in Stockholm. Now you're caught up.
first time.
You're gonna have to run Mean Girls back. You're gonna have to run it back. I'm really hoping that this yellow warning can just fuck off for 1.5 more songs. You know what? You're not wrong. So you're 100% right, Sick Beat. You're 100% right. They are strings attached to, are they called hammers? I can't honestly remember, but you are right. I ain't gonna deny that one. Exactly. I love that take. That is honestly a great take. You guys are nailing it here. I'm glad you are down to clown with this album. That's exactly my thoughts. Is like just that super kind of all over the place. It just felt like fast movement. I'm gonna have to reflect on that third point too. The British singing, like not suppressing the accent, because she can do California accent. She does it all the time, but you're kind of hitting on something there. Is like not suppressing the accent. Okay, sweet. Yellow warning went away. We're in excellent condition. Let's get these last songs out of the way.
How sublime, what a joy, oh my, standing there, same old clothes she wore before, holding her child. Yeah, she's a radiant mother and he's a beautiful father. And now they both know these things that I don't.
That was a really interesting delivery on that. She's a radiant mother, and now she knows her, like, the father. I kind of already lost the lyrics a little bit there because I was so caught off by the delivery, but that was an interesting choice.
Think about it all the time, that I might run out of time, but I finally met my baby.
Nerds, just a bunch of nerds in the chat.
Maybe one day I might, if I don't run out of time. Would it make me miss all my freedom? Think about it all the time.
I'm going to throw in my bullshit opinion. Technically, a piano is a woodwind because they could be built out of wood and wind.
Think about it all
I don't know.
that I might run out of time, but I finally met my baby, and a baby might be mine. Cause maybe one day I might, if I don't run out of time. When it gives my life a new purpose, think about it all the time.
That man's spitting. Isn't Sarah Bonito also British?
Exactly the same, but they're different now.
Man, that would be a dream collab.
So we had a conversation on the way home. Should I start?
I love KKB. I don't know if you knew that, but we stand some KKB around here. Time and place is up there. Yeah, keeping it a stack. I'm not completely won over by that song. It's still a good song. I don't know if it's probably in like bottom 5 section for me right now. It might need some more time to warm on me, but I'm kind of riding off of what Sickbeat kind of said with how the song hasn't quite started. It just feels kind of stuck in place. Like you're almost just running on a treadmill at like 2 miles per hour. Just you're going, but you're not going a lot of anywhere. Yeah, I get the vibe, but I'm kind of like in between all of like both of you right now. It's just, it doesn't feel like the most punchy or memorable track here. And sure, maybe I can grind it into my mental with repeat listens, but there's always going to be a couple of those. Poor Delicious got it bad for me today. How, man, I spoiled the surprise. I was going to say this one was going to be a banger. Now I'm going to say this one's going to be a banger and run it back. This is the closing track.
Here we go. When I'm in the club, yeah, when I'm at the house, yeah, 365 party girl. Should we do a little key? Should we have a little line?
There's the answer to the previous question from Rye Bread.
French manicure, wipe away the residue, push my hair back, look hot when I'm. No, I really don't stop when I'm gonna jump when it drops when I'm down 999. It's a good time. Who the fuck are you? I'm a brat when I'm bumping that. No, I wanna hit my track. Are you bumping that till the windows crack? I'll be. No, I'll never go home. Don't sleep, don't eat, just.
So obviously we get the territory where we're in here now. Is I really love when I saw 365 as the closing track. I was like, okay, we got 360, we got 365. It's got to be a playoff of 360, and I'm honestly glad it is, given the nature of this project. Like, it's, you start somewhere and you end somewhere, and also that, you know, makes me think if I just put this thing on loop, it probably is going to transition pretty well right back into itself. Well, maybe I spoke a little too soon, but you'll see.
Should we do a little key? Should we have a little line when we go real wild when I'm. Meet me in the bathroom if you're 365 party girl. French manicure, wipe away the residue, push my hair back, look hot when I'm. No, I really don't stop when I'm gonna jump when it drops when I'm down 999. It's a good time. Who the fuck are you? I'm a brat when I'm bumping that. No, I wanna hit my track. Are you bumping that till the window?
I hate to pause again, but I again love the nature. Who the fuck are you? I'm a brat when I'm pumping that. Again, she's setting the tone. She said, you know, I don't really care what you think about me. I'm just putting this out there right in front of you, and you can deal with it.
Go home, don't sleep, don't eat, just do it on repeat. Keep. I'm in the club, yeah, I'm 365 party girl.
Now we're getting to some like early 2000s YouTube audio library.
365 party girl. French manicure, wipe away the residue. I look hot when I'm. No, I really don't stop when I'm gonna jump when it drops when I'm down 999. It's a good time. Who the fuck are you? I'm a brat when I'm bumping that. No, I wanna hit my track. Are you bumping that till the windows crack? I'll be we do a little key? Should we have a little line when it go real wild when I'm meet me in the bathroom with your 365 party?
We're about to go into I got it territory.
Keep
That's quite the ending, huh? Pumping that. There we go. Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. I like this. See the 9. That's a 10 for me. When I first heard it, I had to contain my excitement, and I was just waiting this whole entire time to listen to it again. And I didn't even get to hear the live version. A lot of people heard like the live remix version from like one of her performances overseas or something. I think it's given the nature of this project and everything just that it kind of does, I think it's almost the perfect intro for this project, whether you love it or not. I think it matches the energy and it seals it kind of all up in a nice little bow. And if you want more of this, you can just loop the album right back around. But yeah, with that being said, we finished the album. I'm honestly kind of shocked it took as long as it did, because this thing's only 41 minutes, but I had a lot to say, I suppose. With that being said, it's pretty late for me here. I was going to consider maybe doing a second run of it, but I might just save that for the morning and take an early sleep tonight. With that being said, take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night and keep bumping that. Good night.